Welcome back to the Noisy Business Podcast, you guys. My name is Sean, and with me, Brayton, and also we have a very special guest host today, longtime friend of mine, and also
guitarist extraordinaire.
Also guitarist.
Ow. He's a little guitarded, but he can be on the podcast.
We got the email from the Special Olympics Committee, and they were like, "You guys don't feature anybody that's guitarded."
You want this?
We don't know what that even means. You mean
He's very bad at sports, though. I don't know why we have his information.
it's guitarded how good he is at guitar. It's like what? So anyway, we got Robert, the Fury Fuely, as a guest host today, the third guest host for the Noisy Business Podcast. Yeah. Brayton's brother-in-law. Actually,
it's true.
Very fun fact.
I'm related to a lot of people on this podcast.
Yeah, what the heck? I'm starting to feel on the outs.
Yeah, we should get your mom in this or something. Ooh.
Hey. No.
Anyway, so all right. So anyway, besides Robbie being a crazy talented guitar player, I should say we were in a band together at one point.
We all were.
All three of us.
Yeah,
we
check
were in
it
a little
out.
band called Cannon Fire. Yeah, check it out. If it's 2010.
If it's 2010, you should really like our page because we are searching for likes.
Oh my gosh, I get likes on my phone. I feel like, what are these people doing?
What are you guys doing?
Yeah, actually, we should reminisce a little bit about that. Being in a band, and Sean has actually probably been in the most amount of bands.
I'm kind of a band whore.
I was in one of your bands also.
Robbie, because
we've been in two bands.
Yeah.
We've been in 4 bands together, I would say.
Wow. I can only think of 3 of
Are you
those.
kind of cheer?
Yeah.
He's kind of the church.
Oh, okay.
There's 2
I
there.
thought you were talking about the folk
Yeah.
bluegrass thing we were doing at one point.
Oh, we were kind of.
Is that what you were thinking of?
No. It was
I may still
where we
continue
walked
that.
around that one time?
Yes. We did
made
one
the
public show
Facebook
once.
page. It was legit.
Oh, no, and then we recorded
It was official.
We recorded at Lake Murray, or we wrote
We
songs at Lake
didn't
Murray.
record. We just kind of were supposed to practice, and we didn't know where else to go.
And then that band died as well.
Yeah,
We've been in several unsuccessful adventures.
that's right. That's why we do a podcast.
That's why we're making our money doing podcasts.
We tried.
So many dollars.
By the
Well, MTV
dozens.
stopped calling me back. They never started calling me back in the first
By
place.
the way, we're also changing up our strategy where we're doing what's called reverse sponsorships, where we start promoting other people's products, but we then call them up to say we will continue to
You're welcome.
to claim
Free
that you are
shipping.
sponsoring us. And you need to pay us to stop doing so. 'Cause our stuff is
We
not
used
gonna-
to say terrible things.
Yeah.
No, he says reverse sponsorship. I think blackmail. It just has a better ring to it.
Listen, I've been reverse sponsoring my wife for probably 3 years
No,
now.
tell me, were you guys reverse sponsoring when you got her pregnant?
I am reverse sponsoring.
Were you just missionary?
I don't even know how to address it. I'm very
Okay,
confused
thank
right
you.
now. But
Okay, speaking of things that are confusing, we recently heard about this thing called ASMR, and Robbie says he's super into it. And
I have not heard of it.
actually, this is how you've
Not.
made thousands of dollars on the internet.
if you want to make
ASMR.
a little bit of money relatively quickly,
Yeah,
and
and
ASMR. Okay,
You do have kind of a young lady, Asian-looking face, so you'd probably.
okay,
Do I?
but for those of us that don't know what ASMR is, Brayton probably knows the most about it because
It's
Okay,
kind of
go
like
ahead.
someone is.
whispering, right?
Well, it's for sure someone whispering. That is exactly. what it is.
Oh, is it that thing?
Oh,
Yeah,
that sexy thing?
It's when
YouTube
someone
videos.
comes. It's when someone basically
That's the
puts a
stupidest
microphone into their mouth and just slightly hums.
Is that also where they'll like go like this?
Yeah,
On a glass
yeah.
with
Yeah,
just
like
light-
just
yeah,
a very.
yeah.
I think
Yeah.
it's something about auto.
Sensory
Yeah.
memory,
It's basically the
repetition.
idea that, as far as I know,
It's
that
called a fetish, guys.
It's not. No, they don't flag it.
they don't like it. As far as I know,
No matter
it's,
how much I try,
it's the
because
idea.
this stuff is dirty.
It's the idea that you can give your brain an orgasm without giving your
That's tantric.
sex part.
That's tantric
an orgasm.
stuff.
Is it supposed to be sexual or just relaxing?
it's-
I think it's supposed to be relaxing.
It's supposed to be-
but the way I do it is very sexual.
Okay, because I always thought it was supposed to be sexual. So you're saying ASMR could be relaxing but not sexual.
I think the
I
people
think
that
it's
put it on.
supposed to-
I think the people that I put on YouTube is it was supposed to be a relaxing thing, but
Listen, if you're an asthma,
Okay, Mom, you're very naive. ASMR.
okay.
Okay.
If you type it in on YouTube versus you type it in on Pornhub.
Okay,
how
I'm
many-
putting this in. I'm putting this in Google right now, and it is very interesting.
Okay, go ahead
go
and
to
read the
images?
description.
Okay, it's autonomous
always go to images.
sensory meridian response.
Those.
So
sexy
that explains
meridians.
everything.
Go. Is there a definition?
Well done. That was the okay. Is
When
an
you Google this,
experience
did you do a
characterized
private
by
browser?
a static, like. Oh wait, should I have put this on incognito?
That's what I'm wondering.
God dang it! I'm gonna get so many. I'm gonna get so many different advertisements. Now.
Your FBI, your
They're gonna be
FBI
so
agent
quiet,
that's
though.
monitoring your phone is gonna send you a text message. Like, I didn't know you was like that.
He's like, you're
Bill?
finally into this shit.
He's like, we've got a lot to talk about.
I'm getting a lot of notifications.
quietly talk about. Hey, listen, Brayden, I've got a link to send to you. It's about a lady that's eating Triscuits, and I'm really into it. Is that ASMR? I think.
I think so.
What do they? Do they talk about anything specific?
I don't know.
I think it's broad topics.
I think it is like you could. There's probably a variety of different ones where it is kind of like somebody that's just like rubbing
One out.
like a
No,
just rubbing one clean out.
just quietly.
Is that what the microphone right next to it?
Sean, put that away.
I'm sure I don't know what it would sound like.
You don't know it.
You don't know what it would sound like.
Oh, really?
All right, yeah, you got me. The only way I can do it these days is if I'm consciously recording myself with the microphone super close proximity.
Okay.
Very compressed.
It's an experience characterized by a static-like or tingling sensation on the skin that typically begins on the scalp and moves down the back of the neck and upper spine.
So getting chills and being creeped out?
Wait, so you're supposed to have like a physical
The chills.
response to listening to this?
Yes, you're.
Yeah. No,
Oh.
it's meant to. That's why they get very, very, very close to the microphone because it triggers that part of your auditory system.
Yeah.
That's why when a lot of times they do it, they get so close to the microphone, but they'll do something like nails on a chalkboard or something. It's just really, really. Yeah, it's
like a
supposed to.
soft
Yeah,
sound, but-
yeah, because it's so close to it.
You get a lot of like detail.
Yeah,
Very
yeah.
sensitive.
Meanwhile, we think you should start a YouTube channel. Channel.
Me?
Yeah. You have a very mellow, nice.
I think
mellow voice.
Hey, we'll reverse sponsor your channel too. Just let us know.
Oh yeah.
Number one ASMR YouTube video.
Yeah. ASMROB.
So, can you be eating food and it count as ASMR if you do it quietly?
I know if you do it quietly, but that'll piss more people off, I bet, than
Oh, especially if you got a YouTube video of you doing it.
do
Like how? Wait,
Doritos,
there
and then
a
you can
wrong
like
way to eat
silent,
Doritos?
and then you can like silently review the Doritos. So
Silent.
then you expand your audience a little bit.
Okay, you know what?
those
is-
Dorito eaters out there.
This is cool. This is cool ranch. Like, oh my god, that's so good. You guys.
Okay,
It's so cool.
is there a right way to eat chips? Is it one chip at a time or handfuls?
I'm so glad that we're finally talking about this.
Thank
depends
you.
on the chip.
Listen, I
It
know.
depends on
Listen,
the chip.
guys, I know that there's a lot of tension in this country right now, and we're not helping, but we're gonna work this out. How do you eat goddamn chips?
Okay, well, so it depends. Doritos, usually one at a time.
One at a time, yes.
Well, for when they're the big triangles. When they start to get smaller,
Yeah, then you can
the
stack
bottom.
them up 3 or 4 smaller pieces if you
Sure.
need to. Sure. Okay. What about something
Yeah.
like Pringles?
1 or 2.
I would do one at a time.
Sometimes you go 2 if you're that's just if you're hungry.
If you're a barbarian, you'll go 3 or 4.
it is true. If
You
you
just a nice thick artificial crunch. So good.
what's the best one to see popcorn handfuls?
Yeah, I don't have time to pick out individual
No.
popcorn pieces.
No, you got to do handfuls of that. Is there any sort of chip that you could do? I think just regular Lay's potato chips.
That do handfuls of?
You can do a handful, small handfuls, but handfuls.
Fritos?
Fritos. That's
Fritos are one.
that's some handful. That's some handful chips right there. But yeah, but you can't do a full fist. Never.
Well,
do
I
a,
can.
If my Rob, we high five.
He can and he has.
Every time. By fitting a full fistful in your mouth?
Sure. Is he asking if you can fit your fist in your mouth? Is that what you're asking him?
I don't know.
Are we talking about chips anymore? Are you even talking about chips?
What? We're still talking about ASMR.
No, we're not.
All right.
Okay. All right. So anyway, we tried this segment on our last episode, and it was.
Wait, where are you going with this?
The segment that we did last time, bro. We're leading into your part two.
Segue.
Wait, we haven't really talked about
finish
anything. Yeah, I was gonna say Rob hasn't brought up the thing that he wanted to talk about.
Oh my!
Because
I didn't bring up anything.
Yeah, shut up, Rob.
Okay. Oh my! You said you wanted to be on our podcast because you had important things you wanted to talk about.
For the noisy business community.
Number one
For the
noisy
our extensive community
for the
is
NBC.
waiting. Listen, we have a long list of guest hosts that are dying to be on our podcast.
So far, you're better than two of them.
So far, we'll see.
Oh,
You're better than one of them for sure.
I'm sure he's out, Rob. You better shove this microphone down and do some ASMR.
Well, actually, we didn't talk about ASMR when Drew was on, so yeah. So far, it's better. We talked about more sexy things with Rob. Rob wins.
It's true. The one thing that I like, though, is that we don't invite any famous people.
When they ask us all the time.
You should just try it anyway. Send out some emails.
Yeah,
see what we get back.
we will also refer to the previous guests that have been on our podcast. People like Sam, Drew, Rob.
You know.
How would
Does your name also have 3 letters? You're in.
How would you say them? Drew, Rob. Wow.
Look, we could use another Rob Zombie. Would you like to have him on our podcast? Rob Zombie.
Rob Zombie? Yeah, we could talk about zombies, and we could talk about music and horror film and
Is he
gory
still
things.
doing stuff?
He still directs movies. Yeah,
Is he still alive?
he's still alive.
I feel like he
he's
died in
sober now.
1992.
No, that's his music career.
Nah.
No, wait, 92? Well,
Weirdly,
99.
His guitar player is still going strong. John 5. He got like a guitar player of the year a few years ago.
Oh, snap.
Yeah.
Do you say John 5?
John 5.
Because there were 4 before him?
Maybe.
Listen, are you John the 5th? No, I'm John 5.
John 5.
Are you a guitarded?
A little bit.
Wow, pretty guitarded.
Listen, you don't earn a name like John 5.
John Cinco, dude.
I'm
John Cinco. Luchador version?
That's right. International John 5.
So
wait, what? Oh, we were gonna talk about something that.
Yeah, no. So,
Oh yeah. So whenever I was texting these boneheads, I was like, okay, if we're gonna do,
I'm gonna pull up the text message.
Robbie's gonna be pulling up the text message so we can have something on the official report on the books, if you will, of what was said, because I was under the impression that other people wanted to talk about other things, which I'm game for, but
sure.
Nobody was prepared.
Yeah, so this podcast is going to be a little bit here and there and everywhere because we didn't work any of this out.
Yeah.
So
we were priding ourselves last time about being more on topic and kind of structured, and now
we threw that to
the very
wind.
next episode, it's like forget about it.
This is how it started. We did Sober October.
Cheers.
About 98% of the way.
Which means, in 98, 99%, collectively all 3 of us failed.
Collectively, yes.
But we did at least 4 weeks, right? On average.
4 solid weeks?
We did almost.
I only drank on one day.
Yeah, me too.
All right,
So there were some cheat days.
So anyway,
was
so we
18
did
days.
Sober October.
Yes, and then we decided, okay, let's go celebrate. October's done. So we had a group message going, and we decided, all right, we're going to go drink today.
Yes.
Let's do this.
Then the text messages kept going. We decided where to go, and then the next message was, what do you guys think of doing a best of episode? Oops, sorry, just meant for Brayton. But hi, Rob, your opinion matters too.
That was me, because I wanted Robert to know his opinion matters to me.
That is actually the best. That's
Just
the best
meant for
way.
Brayton.
That's the best way to approach an accidental group text is to acknowledge the person and not continue on.
That's what you do. You just accidentally
Exactly.
start a new group chat with Rob Zombie.
It was like,
Sorry.
I was
but-
like, you could realize my disappointment when I thought I was going to be doing an episode with Brayton, myself, and Rob Zombie today.
Do you think
Like, you're my friend, but really, you're no Rob Zombie.
do you think we could start?
You think you're retarded?
We could start a podcast with Rob Zombie by tricking him into thinking he already has a podcast.
All we need is his phone number, and I'll text him. Be like, "Oh, sorry, that was just meant for Brittany." He's like, "Well, I want to be included." I was like, "Rob, Rob Zombie, your opinion matters." All right, fine, you can be on the podcast.
What's it called? Living Dead Girl Podcast.
Living Dead Girl.
Living.
So wait, was that all you were gonna read?
Oh,
No, because I thought that's just where it was gonna be getting good.
oh.
No. Okay, first off, so no, well, we don't have to recount all that, but that's a good one.
But yeah, but basically,
Okay.
I accidentally texted in a group message.
Yes.
And,
So, well, to get down to it, Rob
Well, also,
wanted to,
he's your
Rob wanted to
roommate.
talk about Rob wanted to talk about the future of technology,
Yeah.
Yes.
which is a great topic to talk about. And then Sean
said it wasn't funny
thought
enough.
Sean thought
said-
that was a great idea and to not do it.
So I said maybe we should talk about some AI because we're doing Black Mirror.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah,
talk about
yeah.
that at work. And that's super interesting stuff. Brayton said I agree. Then Sean said top 10 future conspiracy theories. Thy sort of thing. I'm down.
That sort of thing.
Yes.
So that's what we're gonna.
I must have accidentally texted that group text message when I was talking about
with your conspiracy theory
theories
group?
with another Brayton and Robbie.
Wow, zombie conspiracy theories.
That was probably the right one. He's like,
Are there any
dude,
zombie conspiracy theories?
I know that there's a conspiracy theory that we're all in a simulation.
That's the Elon Musk believes that.
that's the Matrix.
Yes.
Yes, it's a movie.
yes.
Well,
Keanu
yes.
Reeves. Is it a theory or a movie that you saw once?
It's also a theory that
that it's real.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, Rob, why don't you explain that?
That's about it.
Rob, you're a man of few words.
Some people believe we're all ready, and we're also drinking.
Yes.
Yeah, we're also drinking Gentleman Jack.
Got some
Oh yeah, we haven't had drinks on this on this podcast since
And
one
I
of the
gotta
earlier
say,
episodes.
it's a piece of shit. I hate it. Reverse. Keep going.
It's the worst. They should never send me bottles of this.
They should never send bottles
Rob,
ever.
we said one thing before we start recording this podcast: to not touch anything on the table.
Okay, for the listeners at home who just thought that we had an earthquake, that was just Rob
It
turning
was
the
just
bottle.
a bottle on a glass table that the microphone stand is on.
Couldn't see it.
Well, yeah, Jack Daniels, please hate mail me some Gentleman Jack.
We're still waiting for the In-N-Out burgers from the last episode.
Prove me wrong. Yeah, so we will continue to trash on products
Okay.
that we love to participate in.
Okay, anyway, talking about conspiracies, there's only one conspiracy that I can consistently talk about because it's the one that I've looked into the most.
Don't you goddamn say Tower 7.
Dar 7?
What?
What?
All right, never mind.
You mean Darfur?
Darfur, the conspiracy of Darfur. No,
Africa, Darfur? Do you know what I'm talking about?
I'm homeschooled, so
This was after you probably were at homeschool.
The only thing I know about Darfur is Dar 5 comes right after.
Darfur, there's like Darfur. Okay, no, I was gonna talk about the theory that Hitler wasn't killed in World War II and he escaped and he got to Argentina and lived there for several decades after World War II was over.
Yeah, and probably died there too.
Yeah, there's pictures there's always pictures of him. Like there's still pictures of him today that are coming out, but there's ones that are from like the 70s that look like a very old Hitler at an Argentina like cafe, like outside, and it looks like a very old Hitler, and somebody like took that picture.
Yeah, because initially they said when he died,
Right.
finger quotes, they got his skull, and it was in a museum for a long time,
And then-
for like 20, 30 years,
Well-
and then they tested it and said, this isn't it.
And there's like that's weird. Why did it take so long for them to test it and for the facts to come out? It's because of the Cold War. So the Russians got there first and quote unquote like recovered the remains of Hitler.
Right.
And then they said that they did whatever with it and then buried those remains. And so after the Cold War was over, agents from America finally had access to these kinds of things that the Russians had been keeping behind the Iron Curtain the whole time. And whenever they did forensic tests and they tested the DNA from the remains, they found out it wasn't even Hitler's skull.
Yeah.
Like none of the things belonged to Hitler. So what is that?
What is it?
What is that? That is a It's conspiracy.
That is a conspiracy.
It's a conspiracy. He got away on a German U-boat and lived out his days in Argentina.
At least the high-ranking.
I mean, think about it. Like,
members
if Russia knew that he got away and Americans found out that he got away, wouldn't you want the world to be happy? It's like, yeah, the leader of evil, like in tyranny, is killed and the world war is over. Because if they said no, he's not dead, but like the war in Germany is over, like there would probably be some more tension. And so back then, it just made more sense when they could control most of the public's opinion on the things.
So.
That they wouldn't reveal the whole truth.
So these people that are that have taken pictures of the supposed Hitler, does he have the mustache?
Yes.
Is that why
he had?
That would
like,
be the
listen,
stupidest thing.
I must get into a disguise.
He had a hat on.
He just has a
That's not the thing.
He has a blonde wig on.
Okay, but
I have become a master of disguise.
It's like. So are you?
I'm Hitler.
Adolf, you got something on your lips still. What?
What's that? Okay. So also the crazy thing is
I'm not. I told you once. I told you again. I'm not removing the mustache.
It's a famous Argentinian tradition. Okay, so the crazy thing is that his...
I don't think that's the most notable thing about me in the first
dude,
place.
the Argentinians love the double finger with mustache. The Argentinians rock that, and it's just that's a conspiracy theory all on its own.
Everyone knows the most recognizable thing about me is the way that I comb my hair.
Okay,
it's all straight and narrow. Everyone's like, "Oh, Hitler, your hair is so great." I'm like, if I just get a wig, no one will know who I am. So I don't think anyone even noticed the mustache.
Okay, the other thing is that his wife. It was his girlfriend for a long time. I forget her name, but his wife shortly before.
Fräulein Hitler.
The remains that they found of her were like what it really was her. So
we should totally take these cyanide capsules together.
And she's just like, okay, and then she's about to spit it out, and then he's like, I'm gonna shoot you. Bam.
Can you imagine that conversation?
Did she get shot too?
Yeah, they took cyanide capsules and then shot themselves.
Okay,
that's what we were
Wait, you just
told.
took a cyanide capsule and
you gotta know for sure, dude. They
wanted to.
The Russians were there, and the Russians were gonna f that up.
Do you think he was?
Do you think he saw her take the pill? And he's like, never mind.
Ooh, this doesn't look good.
I'll go to Brazil.
Listen,
you know what?
We'll go with Plan B. I had this Plan B.
You know what? Men will go
Plan
to
B
many.
for Brazil.
Whenever men are in an unhappy relationship, they will go to great lengths to get out of it. And if it means losing the World War and making somebody take a cyanide capsule and taking a submarine to another country, then yes.
Do you think the whole Hitler party was just an elaborate ploy to get out of a marriage?
Well, he wasn't. Well, yeah, I would say absolutely.
If there's anything more than I hate the Jews, I'm married.
Is my dumb, ungrateful wife. She's like, Hitler, you never help with the dishes tonight.
Oh, no one's gonna believe me that she took a cyanide capsule herself.
Oh, if you were in that kind of situation, what would you do? I mean, do. Sean, are you saying that the mass extermination of millions and millions of Jews and other people, other minorities in all of Europe, was because Hitler was in an unhappy marriage? It's like, dude, she was probably a total bitch. Dude, that's how far that guy went. She was the worst.
It was her idea.
Oh, well.
Ooh, conspiracy theory. Conspiracy
2.0, 2.5. 2.5. Well, we're moving quick. All right, so anyway, that's the one that I think is the most believable, that I'm so fascinated about, because there's so many facts that are missing from the original story that was released that it's just like, a lot of it doesn't make sense. So there is definitely facts that have been withheld from the public.
True.
And it's just confusing.
Yeah, that being said, that was not what we were going to talk about.
Anyway, you guys weren't talking about anything else.
Well, as far as technology goes, we were talking about.
You think that there's not technology on submarines that Hitler was on?
What? Hitler was on some.
No, he was on.
He was on technology. Robot Hitler.
Robot Hitler.
Sorry, go ahead.
Well, didn't they? They probably progressed technology a bit, didn't they?
The Germans?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
What was the thing? But we're just not allowed to use.
The Americans weren't gonna come up with nuclear technology
Without?
until they found out that the Germans were starting to develop it first. But
Wasn't
then
that a conspiracy? Is that they
No, that's
hired
true.
fact that they just hired a whole bunch of them to go
The
work
German-
on the.
Oh yeah, they got a whole bunch of German engineers, and like Albert Einstein was one of those people. Yeah, true. And then
True
whenever,
conspiracy.
yeah, so it's not conspiracy, just fact.
That's what everyone says before.
Yeah, and
Conspiracy.
the German scientists and those people showed Hitler the progress they had made on like a nuclear bomb, and Hitler thought it was ridiculous because he didn't think a single weapon could actually be that destructive and powerful and affordable, like cost effective. You know, he thought it was just like ridiculous, and you couldn't shoot like a rocket that far because I think that even back then they were talking about shooting it instead of like flying a plane. The Americans were like, yeah, we'll do it, and we'll do the lazy way and just put it on a plane.
We'll just
and
carry
drop
it.
it over an Asian country.
Guys,
They
who
never
knew
saw
you
it
would-
coming.
Who knew that you would learn so much history on this podcast? We talk about a lot. Of
So okay, so you guys want to talk about AI conspiracies, technology?
well,
We were talking about chips earlier. Let's talk about technology chips.
One of my favorite. One of my favorite.
Go ahead.
One of my favorite shows is Black Mirror,
So good.
Why does the
which-
mirror have to be black?
which
That's the name of the
addresses
show.
addresses the. It's kind of Twilight Zone-y, but it's that stuff that's we're right on the cusp of
2 or 3
and
years
can
away.
be very very very
Scary.
applicable to our lives potentially. One of the favorite ones that I saw, one of the first episodes that I saw was the eye tracking episode where you basically have an implant in your neck that records your sight, and you're able to play back your memories as you saw them.
So you basically have a perfect photo.
Yeah. Have you
Yes.
not seen it?
No, I don't watch the show.
Oh, okay.
I've been told several times that I need to watch the show, but
Dude.
I watched plenty of Twilight
Dude.
Twilight
Okay.
Zone.
Well, so
and,
this
this
This episode specifically isn't crazy, so I don't think
No.
there's not a huge spoiler
but it's
in it.
but it's on the cusp of
No.
reality.
So
Yeah.
yeah, it's on the cusp of reality, and why it kind of resonates in a way is you see something that could kind of happen in real life. This person's life gets kind of turned upside down through the use of this technology. So he's able to basically solve a situation in his life by noticing certain things and replaying them through this technology. Now, it takes a dark turn, and it does
not
not
a
turn out
crazy
very well.
dark turn compared to some of the other episodes.
Yeah,
but-
yeah.
For somebody that hasn't seen the show, how creepy, like how dark does it get?
Okay.
Super dark.
Like,
Yeah, it gets graphic in some parts. Do you care if we talk?
I
about
don't
this
care about
episode?
spoilers,
So,
as long as it's brief. Just,
so this episode, basically, it ends up can discover that his wife has been cheating on him and that his child isn't his because they can go back and view, and so he basically
wait,
watches it happen.
he can view other people's memories.
So you can basically like Google cast it to a TV.
Yeah. So that's how you. Yeah. that's
so
how
he
you do
can
it.
see what other
So-
people recorded.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he
So
can.
he saw his wife with another guy.
Yeah.
No, not until the very 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 end.
Not until the end.
Okay.
But
still.
it all leads up to that crescendo, and it's just this. It's kind of that element. It focuses on the element of something that does make your life better, has negative ramifications to it, and one could argue that it's not necessarily the technology that was the negative ramifications. It was the woman cheating.
Well,
on her
I
husband.
think-
but it kind of plays with that idea, like what kind of like say the Alexa devices or the Echo devices, Google Homes that we have in our homes. If we were able to be like, hey, replay everything that happened in the room today.
Yeah, and it's so close to happening. All they need to figure out is power. That's it. How do you get
Power?
power? How do you get power to a device like a contact lens?
Yeah, like
How do you
so-
get
Oh,
that?
yeah.
That's all they have to figure it out, pretty much.
Ooh, do you think at some point we can get to a point of cellular power? So the energy that we have at a cellular level in our bodies.
That's an interesting thought. I think they'll figure out either solar first or just wireless charging before they start doing.
I think. Well, I mean,
wearing contacts.
And have to stare at the sun.
No, I think it would be something more like a necklace or like a watch that is like your wireless charger.
Mm-hmm.
Like you would have to have a device that provides that power
Right.
before it's like fully integrated with your like organic tissue or cellular level. Like that's not like out of the realm of possibilities, but
Yeah,
it would be something
like
more
they're
like
getting
that
close.
first.
They're getting real close.
Yeah.
What are some unexpected places that you would be interested to see technology innovate in?
Oh, like a radio in your butt.
Oh, well, you don't need to innovate technology for that.
Yeah, I can make that work if you want.
Yeah.
Come on. You're saying you don't. We'll talk after, but basically,
Ooh, get all that
basically you already said you were able to. You were able to.
More
fit
like
a radio.
ASSM.
You're saying you're able to fit an entire radio up there?
Well, that depends on the radio. Like a two-way radio? You want to talk to me or you want me to talk to you?
Okay, first of all, it wasn't a radio. It was it was a walkie-talkie.
Talking to the microphone. Just talking to the microphone.
For the
No,
radio
okay, but
listeners.
on a serious note.
Wait, on a serious note, you were going to say what?
No, I'm not talking about butt radios.
Oh, okay. On a serious note, we're going to stop talking about butt radios.
On a serious note. On a more serious note, there's going to be a time where we're going to talk about radios in your butt at some point in another episode.
I feel like male reproductive contraception can use some innovation. We haven't done too much in that area.
I think
different ways.
Who's gonna? Oh, so they're gonna be like, okay,
Like maybe
it's gonna be a very microscopic thing that they can like inject. Like like a
they not
vasectomy.
already
Like
do that?
you go in and
What?
a chip that
Oh, a chip.
like
Oh.
yeah.
Like an IUD, but for
Like, but like I'm
where
saying,
you
like a vasectomy, but instead of like going in and surgically like tying things and cutting them
Gotcha.
off, like you go in and you put it in, and for whatever
You just block
whatever
the dam.
Yeah, and then if you want, they just go in and they take
I
it
had
out.
heard they had started working on something like that, but it was again like a pill you take, like a male birth control pill.
Oh, that would suck. I don't want to do that. Like with
My hormones will be all.
oh, imagine okay.
I will be so moody.
Just imagine if it like is like crying one point and then enrage another.
Meanwhile,
moment.
you have a boner the whole time.
You're like, I don't know what's going on. It's awesome. But I think a lot of guys would be very interested in that, especially if the cost was similar to that of just buying protection like condoms.
It's
already.
true.
Yeah.
It's true.
Also,
That's the main thing- that's the main thing that you'd have
the
to-
sensation is going to be so much better if you don't have to wrap it up.
Well, that's the main thing that you'd have to be competing with is price.
Yeah.
Price. Because I think a lot of people.
I think people, if they're not willing to spend a few dollars on condoms, then they don't care about
No.
protecting.
I don't think that's why. I don't think guys.
Cost?
Yeah, I don't think
Yeah.
cost is the reason.
That's why.
No.
That's why the pullout
I'm
is
saying,
king.
I'm saying as a
King pullout.
as a alternative, people are like if they came up with another device to where it's like, hey, you just need to insert this once and you're good, but it's $600. You're like $600.
$600.
I'll just go ahead and buy condoms. But
Would it not be like paid for by the government?
that's a totally
Not
different
yet.
discussion.
Well, the
Okay.
okay, if that's
Should
gonna
be
happen,
if it's-
China's gonna beat us before that because
They need to stop.
they're
having
smarter
children,
and they
that's
need
for
to
sure.
stop having children
They need to
faster than
figure
us.
that out.
They need
Yeah.
to stop having
China,
babies.
figure it out. Okay, what's some other ones that
Some other.
are good?
What conspiracy?
Oh, cars. The idea that self-driving cars is right around the corner, and
Yes.
I can't believe that isn't already a thing. Like if you watch movies like Minority Report with Tom Cruise, where it's basically there's still like freeways and highways, but you just get into a little pod and you tell the car where to take you and it drives you there, and you don't have to worry about traffic that way. Like everything, it's going to minimize accidents. Like how is that not already a thing?
Well,
It came down to power again. So self-driving cars, like they're starting on buses that'll drive around town, and then they know when they're almost out of power, and they'll drive to their charging station and hang out there, and then once wireless charging again becomes better, people are working on that. Like I know Tesla is working on a road that has a giant coil underneath it that when Teslas drive on it, it'll charge them.
There you go.
Dude, I would be very interested in, especially Google as with their self-driving cars. But can you imagine how automated our lives will be once that happens? Because you will be able that you'll have like your Google Home and your Google Watch or your Pixels telling you that, hey, you need to get to the car now because in order for you to get to work. And so it automatically knows when you need to be at work because you have it on your calendar.
Ugh, that's
where
awful.
your work is because you have it in your destination.
I hate that idea.
It automatically takes you there. See, I get the creepy.
No, it's because you're losing so much of your freedom.
I love the convenience
and then
of
even
that,
at that
though.
point, I don't think no one will be owning cars anymore.
Yeah.
You won't even be owning.
Yeah, and
them.
then,
It'll all be shared. It'll all be shared vehicles because they'll be able to take
the
you wherever
DMV
you
is
go.
gonna just because it's run by the government is just gonna totally transfer and convert to regulating that kind of stuff. Yeah, they're probably still gonna.
Well, I'm down for any decrease in the government as far as the DMV goes.
But I mean, the government already pays for the freeways and stuff. That the government it's gonna be the ones that are in control of all of this stuff, as far as I know.
Yeah.
Like,
they're not developing the driverless cars. It's all
they're
private
not.
companies.
But
Tesla.
But it's
Google.
gonna be their highways that these Teslas and Google cars are gonna be on. So I'm
Right.
saying, like,
So-
it's gonna be regulated by the government.
Well, they're gonna it's gonna be regulated by the government as far as they will dictate and work with the companies that are producing the vehicles that are driving it.
Okay. Speaking of Tesla, so did you guys see the Joe Rogan podcast where Elon Musk is on there and he's talking about AI
No.
and how terrified he is of
Yeah.
how close we
You
already
didn't listen
are?
to that one?
No,
Oh,
I
this
hate
was terrifying.
podcasts.
Seeing Elon Musk Elon Musk was either way too high, or
No,
and
he-
he
I
was
don't
completely
think-
paranoid,
yeah,
or
no.
he was high enough to be honest and
No,
explain it to
he was
Joe.
sober at
he
that
talked,
point.
he
I
talked
think.
about
Was he?
I
Yeah,
think
no,
so,
he talked
yeah.
about AI in the beginning.
Yeah.
And barely even took a hit of the weed.
Dang. Okay, so he
of that sweet kush.
he's saying things like he's trying to warn them about slowing AI down
Yeah.
because eventually, AI is going to get to a point where it is smarter than humans, and then we will be controlled by robots. And it's going to start with things like that. Brayton says it's like, oh yeah, it's going to know when you need to be at work. Like what time you need to wake up, where your work is. It's going to know everything like that.
Dude.
And then eventually it's like, well, this human being needs to be productive, so you have to do it this way. And then it's going to be like, yeah, it's a good thing. And then eventually you're slowly losing your freedoms and your life is being controlled by something else. Imagine trying to go to a concert or something and wanting to call out sick, and then you'd be like, oh, I can't do that because my implant it has my vitals. It knows that I'm not running a fever. It knows where my work is. It's like, it knows that I was looking
So-
on the internet at this concert.
So you can't lie.
You can't lie. Oh, but that. So like, how am I supposed to go to concerts on weekdays? How am I supposed to?
at noon.
No, I'm just saying that's the first thing that came to my head. But dude, you
gotta-
understand where I'm coming from.
Dude, you gotta
though.
watch Black Mirror. There's like they
Okay,
hit all those points.
But I'm just saying, I'll move to the woods and live off the grid before that.
Yeah.
I'll go chop down some trees.
Practice tomahawk throwing.
Yeah, and not inject tiny little chips into my dick. I'll tell that woman when I'm gonna get her pregnant.
I have 2 injections in my dick right now. I love technology.
I love it.
It is
The apple crotch.
the apple crotch.
It's super funny.
Where's your garden,
Here's the
Venus?
thing. You imagine it's like very microscopic and pain free. They're like, okay, here we go, and you're like, whoa, dude, that thing's like 2 inches in circumference. It's like, well, yeah, I mean, it's gonna take decades before we get it microscopic. All right, do you want to get her pregnant or not? Like, okay, put it in. It's just. And then it's just this massive little dome, little like cauliflower that's hanging out, and and she's like, "What is that?"
You know what?
You're not gonna get pregnant. That's all I can tell you.
You're welcome.
I can safely verify that neither one of us will be pregnant.
You're like every time you walk to like a slight curve. Like it's just too
You
heavy.
have to go to the Genius Bar to get it serviced.
Aw. You go to the Apple store.
take it out.
Hi, how can we help you today? My apple crotch is malfunctioning. All right, go ahead, place it, and then you put your balls on a very cold counter. Oh, that sounds nice, kind
There's nothing like a cold counter
to plop your testicles
for your
on.
bees.
If you haven't done it, wake up on a cold winter morning.
Brisk.
brisk.
Ooh.
And it's and whip them out. Don't shower first; that'll ruin. Whip them out, put them on there, maybe slide them down. You won't.
Don't get them stuck to it though.
Oh, there's gonna be a little bit of drag. There's gonna be a little bit of resistance.
Embrace the pain.
That's where the pleasure is coming from. That's the real.
We could totally direct an apple crotch video right now.
The apple
Plopping
crotch.
them out.
SNL, what are you doing? You guys are idiots.
Think different. That was the original one. Right?
So anyway,
The
yeah,
only
but
thing that's changed is everything.
yeah, technology is a very, very scary thing, dude. Maybe it's just like the way I was raised, but we didn't get a DVD player until like years after DVDs were around. Internet, we had dial up for a very long time when people had like high speed internet.
Yeah,
And-
I didn't have high speed internet until I was in high school.
And it's just the way I was raised in my family, but it's just like subconsciously I'm resisting the advances of technology already. Like I have an iPhone right now. That's the first one that is like a 32 megabyte, or is it gigabyte? See, I don't even know.
Gigabyte.
Gigabyte. I was like 32
It's a
megabytes.
32
I've got
megabyte.
16
I have
songs
no
and I love it.
they're all
Don't call me. Don't call me.
they're all different versions of Katy Perry's Firework.
They're all. I mean, if you're only gonna have that many songs, why wouldn't you?
You're a friend.
It's hard because there's even more versions of the Firework song.
Say what?
There's even more versions of Katy Perry's Firework to whittle it down to that many songs to get on the phone in the first place. So it's hard.
You'd have to.
Anyway.
You'd have to. The what was I gonna say? We're gonna talk about. Yes, please.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, we're about to get.
So
some
here we go.
Droughts,
Here we go.
That's nice and cold.
I know.
Yeah, I mean,
Brisk, if you will.
like we said, we did
Ah,
Sober
brisk.
October, and now we're just like really stoked on drinking again.
again.
like little, like this is kind of like a little piece of Christmas morning, like that happiness that you have as a kid. This is just like a little sliver of that happiness,
Little sliver.
Yeah.
little specialness.
So
Are we
we're
gonna open
we're
it
about
at the
to,
same
yeah, we're
time?
about to crack open some Guinness. What is it? That's some ASMR for you, son.
So anyway,
Spin that right back round. All right. Okay. You don't need to chug it. It's Guinness. God dang. He's slamming it.
I'm slamming these geniuses, bro.
Good.
Okay, so last time on episode 10 of the Noisy Business Podcast, we introduced a new segment called Brayden Has a Bone to Pick.
Brayden's got a bone to pick.
And so we were talking earlier before we started recording about this other thing that kind of, I think I was like, I have a problem with this without even thinking about Brayden having an issue with it. And he
we
had
were
a bone to
we were
pick.
actually talking about we were just talking about the benefits of this place, and we were really liking it because it is such a not a catch-22, because I use that poorly all the time. But
it tricks you.
It tricks you.
It's manipulative, but you can't get enough of
It's
it.
true.
And
The place,
It's like black tar heroin,
The
but
place-
you have to have a membership.
the place I love. You have to have a you have to have a membership with Black Tar Hair.
No, it's that. No, you idiot.
of course you do.
It's like a library card. Jeez. It's like, can I
You think
please
just anybody can get
be
it?
like,
The BTHs.
bro, can I please get some? Can I get some heroin? Be like, sure. Where's your membership card? I don't really have. Get this guy out of my alley.
I'm related to him. This doesn't look like you. No, they have to be here with you if you want to get some.
You have to.
Listen, I haven't gotten
Trust me.
I haven't gotten my subscription to Junk Crate yet, or Junkie Crate.
Anyway, okay, so this is an establishment that I thought we all know and love very much. Their products are amazing, but you realize that there's a lot of negative aspects when you have to go and buy your things there. So
That's true.
because it's not Sean has a bone to pick, Brayton is
Yeah,
going to
it's
be
not
done that.
Sean's
And
got
we're
some shit to say.
yeah,
Right.
that's another segment that we're
Lay your
gonna do
bone
right
on this.
afterwards.
Yeah, we're talking about the people at Costco.
The people at Costco
No.
wholesale.
Costco members. They
Because we first of all, it's not really a problem with Costco. It's
No,
the
no,
people
no,
that
no.
you run into that when
It's
you go to
physically.
Yeah,
Run into.
physically, yeah, with their
Physically run
stupid
into.
cards. It's
With
like,
their
Goddamn
elbows.
cards.
thank you, Rob. Thank
They,
you. Okay. Oh, first of all, glad to have Robbie and that he's on our same side.
Yeah.
Because it'd be really rough to have a guest host and he's like, well, I love. So no, thank you.
No.
No.
If you want to go get another round of free samples, put your cart way off to the side. Push it farther away. Don't back it up.
Oh, see, I will say this though: you don't see any abandoned carts inside Costco very often, where you would in a regular grocery store. Well, because usually everybody's hiding and hoarding.
Well, actually, I have the reason for that. You don't see a lot of abandoned carts because people aren't gonna go get massive sized boxes of things and walk it all the way back to their cart, because the things that you get at Costco are so big you don't want to get those big things and carry them back to your cart.
It's like someone doesn't automatically stop shopping at Costco and then leave. They're like, no, I don't want all this stuff. I'm bye.
Yeah.
At least there's not that. But
No, yeah, you go there, you spend however many hundreds of dollars you did not plan to, and you weep and you take it, and then it sits in your freezer forever.
Nothing makes you feel like
you know you're going to spend at least $100.
Yeah, nothing makes you feel like a doll when you go bankrupt at Costco.
But you know you're going to be. But it doesn't matter that you're bankrupt because you have enough supplies to last you 3 months.
You got 20 pounds of chicken there.
Exactly. You can
you got 20 pounds of frozen chickies.
20 pounds of frozen chicken. I have so many egg rolls. It's ridiculous. And I will eat them every day for lunch. It's awesome.
Sean does not have a bone to pick anymore.
No, not with Costco. No, it's the people.
Oh, that's right.
They first off,
They are
Costco,
both staring at me. And
Wait. I have to point out, we are also people that go to Costco. So it's a certain type of people. Okay?
Yeah, we're part
of it. It's the
this.
certain type of people.
I recognize my privilege and I am part of the problem. But I'm
not part of the problem.
The issue that I have of this why people have such kind of an arrogance or platitude as they're walking around the Costco is because it's a paid membership. We feel like we're better than someone else because not everyone can get in there.
But everybody's a paid member. Everybody that's in there, unless you're a kid or whatever with your parents. Go ahead.
We went to the one in Barrio Logan, and it is as it sounds, not bad at all.
No.
Everyone there is glad to be there.
Yeah, because
but if you go to probably the Santee one, you probably get a different crowd.
Okay,
there.
first of all, I have to even say, when you're going to Costco and you're parking in the parking lot, it's a freaking madhouse.
Yeah.
Like, people are so aggressive about their spots. And it's
yeah.
I have to get my, oodles
You gotta
and
be on
oodles
top
of
of that
noodles right
blinker.
now.
Ooh,
Yeah.
yeah. And you also don't accidentally get in line to get gas because you're going to be there
No, I've
for
never done
literally days.
Yes.
You're going to run out of gas in your emotional
It's amazing
tank.
what people do for a sale.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
That's Costco in general.
Yeah.
So.
No.
I
But
guess it's almost like minimal Black Friday experience. Like it's a
Every time.
little bit of that craziness mixed with the ridiculous privilege that people have because they're a member. They're a premium member.
yeah, it's true. And you, when people accidentally run their carts into you,
My big thing is whenever people are taking their time, when you make the rounds. Usually I go in I try to go in a circle. I don't try to zigzag. You start on the right or the left
And go circle around
and you
and
gather
go
and you
in.
have your list.
Ooh,
yeah, of course you have to go in. I mean, if you want your Wrangler jeans for like $20-$25, I mean, come on. No, so I try
they
to do
don't
that.
got Wranglers,
and
they got Kirkland, bro.
it's true. Sorry. So anyway, and then you get to the home stretch where you can see the long aisle, and then at the very end of that is the checkout. You know,
Glorious checkout.
the glorious, and you see it, and you see the one that has like 2 people in line, which is like amazing at Costco. So you start to do your cart, and then people come out of the frozen aisles, and then they're just kind of like wandering around, like taking their slow time. You want to go around them, but there's not enough room.
The worst part is when you get a new lane opens,
Okay.
a new cashier opens, and then all of a sudden everybody's like, oh, they look at it like it's the glory land, like they're a caravan from Nicaragua. They're like, let's get over there. They don't care who or what country they're running through to get to it.
To be fair, if you were in a line and the lane next to you opened up, and they're like, I can help whoever's next, would you not be the first person to try to be like, oh yeah, dude? Like, wouldn't you? Would you? Are you saying you would frown upon that person that would do that?
When they say,
Come on.
this actually is a good question for how you address this situation. When somebody says, I can help whoever's next, is it rude to, how long do you wait to actually go to that line before letting the actual person that was next in line get to that place? Because if they're like, because there's some people who are like, well, I'm already next in this line, so I'll stay in this line.
I feel like it's the person that has not put their products on the conveyor belt.
Oh yeah, because that's a commitment. Who's gonna do that and be like, "Oh, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
take them all off and go next.
No, if you already did the conveyor belt or the spot behind that,
No. He said, "Who's next?"
nah, keep your shit on the belt, Rob. No, but
He said, "Who's next?"
obviously, I don't.
And you know
all
you
of
have,
your Costco stuff.
you have to throw it
I'm
over.
next.
You have to throw it over it because they do the weird thing about putting the cart on the other side
right.
of the area, so you have to throw it across.
Listen.
the line.
You guys, okay, don't take this the wrong way, but you guys are freaking amateurs, okay? Because if you've been in that situation, the person that works at Costco isn't just going to say, I can help whoever's next. They're going to point somebody out and they're going to be like, sir, ma'am, like I can help you right here. And they're going to guide that line because who's going to work at Costco and be like, I can help whoever's next and like want that kind of chaos on their hands.
I know Costco has some.
The homeless employees at Costco? Okay, I got another bone to pick. What the heck? I think they're just there for the free samples. It's like I go there and I'm like, can I try another baby
Costco
wiener? And they're
has
like,
some
sorry, I'm
premium
cooking more right now.
staff members.
Yes. No, listen. The people who work at Costco, amazing. Listen.
I get some
Jacqueline.
attitude from the people, the old
Juanita.
ladies with the hairnets that act as if like, oh man, if I don't like sell all these samples, like I get to take whatever's left home. And then I'm like, excuse me, can I try another like crab puff? They're like, son of a bitch. Like I get lots and lots of attitude.
You get a lot of sons of bitches by the old ladies at Costco.
I get some attitude, some hairnet attitude, and hashtag hairnet attitude, and it's usually the old ladies that have nothing better to do than plop things into a microwave and start reading me facts about chilies. Like it's got these kind of beans,
4 grams
it's got
protein.
100% black Angus beef. I'm like, just give me 2 cups and tell me why the Angus got to be black, bitch.
We both know I'm not going to buy this,
Yeah.
and I'm just here for the free samples.
We always run into they're the same kind of people that get in your way with the cart, or the same people that go to samples and just freaking shit on them and try to have a fake ass conversation like, tell me more about this product. It's like, we've all tried
Take it and
stag
move.
chili.
Take it and move.
Yes. Anyone who's curious about the product and they're lingering, get out of there.
Exactly. What is artichoke dip? What's an
They
artichoke?
should give you just like a little map
Also-
with a trail you could follow
Yeah.
to hit up.
It's like, and it's like, if you're here just for samples, here you go.
here's
You
the
can,
route.
Yeah, you can take this route to stay out of everybody else's way.
Also,
that
some of
need
the
to buy
worst
things.
some of the worst people who are at Costco is when they double dip, but not when they double dip, not necessarily double dip. It's when they just got the last one and they're putting another one of those
And
sweet
they're
taquita
waiting.
rolls into the microwaves,
Right.
And they're waiting for the next hot run. It's like, dude,
Get
let the
the
people
fuck outta here.
who haven't got it already get some of that sweet taquita.
That sweet taquite, dude. Why can Costco be the only store that will regularly give out amazing samples of great products, and no other store will like consistently do that?
I'll tell you what.
Wait. Okay, no.
membership.
Trader Joe's. Trader Joe's does that
Do
as
free
well.
samples?
No, but I believe,
Trader Joe's
I
does
believe,
free samples.
I believe Trader Joe's only does that for their in-store premium. It's called store brand stuff, like their own.
One time, no, I went to a Walmart and they were doing tequila samples.
Tequila?
Yeah.
What Walmart and when? Where do I have to go for free tequila?
The one in Claremont.
Ladies and gentlemen, Claremont Walmart gives out free booze. All you have to do is show up and demand it. like I heard on the Noisy Business podcast that there's
Please go to Walmart and demand
tequila.
and Walmart.
I need some of that Cuervo.
This is exactly why Walmart is our reverse sponsor today. Walmart,
Fuck you.
Walmart, we're gonna stop sending people your way as soon as you send us a free batch of 100% agave
Listen,
tequila.
agave.
Blue agave.
Blue agave
I ain't about
from
that
a
regular
lightning bolt?
shit. That regular agave shit. Send me that
at least
100%.
70 in the
Or some
barrel.
hornitos.
Yes.
I'll take some hornitos.
Dude, you know what makes me really hornito? That free tequila. Actually, it makes my wife really hornito. That free tequila. Anyway, was hornito a brand of tequila, or am I just?
See,
oh.
hornitos.
Oh, I thought it was something else.
It was not. But anyhow, the reason why Costco is able to do that is because
They have so much to
Because
get rid of.
Costco itself.
Are you gonna make this really boring?
Actually holds the.
Yep.
Actually, they sexually defile each of the products.
That's what
I
I
was
was talking
wrong.
about. Keep going. You piqued my interest. Can you whisper it to me?
I'll ASMR into it.
Thank you. Later. He's like, what we have here is 100% organic taquitos, and they're on sale. They're on sale right now. If you buy 2 boxes, you get a third one for free.
Hairnet lady, I'm tingling.
I have a shiver going from the top of my head to the back of my butt crack.
Give me
And then all the way back up around.
clean up aisle 7.
Clean up aisle me.
Clean up aisle me.
Where's the map? I got a raw oyster in my pants and I ain't ashamed.
Raw oyster.
It's slippery and salty and you're not gonna like it.
Let's be honest. No one likes it.
No matter how much Tabasco you put on this ninja. No, I think we could all agree oysters is probably the worst thing from the ocean you can eat.
Yeah, but if you had any of them Costco oysters, 20 pack, $50. Oysters are expensive.
They are, but they're also pretty big.
They are. Yeah.
All right.
Can you get caviar at Costco? Kirkland Costco caviar?
Seasonally, I bet you could. Because they have that little fish gazebo thing that they sell the fresh fish at. I bet you could be like
fish gazebos. Love it.
Oh man, fish gazebo. That should be the name of our next band.
We should
Fish gazebo.
Yeah, the next spell. Come and see.
I mean, it's gonna fail
come
anyway.
And see our ska band, Fish Gazebo.
Of course, it's gonna be a ska band. We mentioned fish.
Okay, it's all ska.
It's all ska.
What was one I had one? New band name, Did Dad Touch My Gooch? That's the new band name.
Wait, did Dad touch my gooch?
Your Gooch, sorry.
Wait, your gooch.
Yeah.
Oh, my
Did Dad touch your gooch?
Yeah, new band name.
Why?
Did Dad?
I mean, it's not bad. I just
Did Dad
wondering.
touch your gooch?
Is it
on
is it a mention of like a poem or something?
No.
No. Did Dad touch your gooch?
Are we just asking ethereal? Is that ethereal? It's not ethereal.
Yes, it's an ethereal question for a new ska band name.
So if you want to hear some great ska music,
Follow. Did my dad touch your gooch? at Twitter. Go ahead and just add us. Hashtag that.
lots of brass, lots of horns. Oh, speaking of brass, I lost a shitload of money.
Did the divorce go through?
No. My marriage was stable. Well, it was stable. And then I told my wife, I was like, listen, we're going to get back on track. We're going to be multimillionaires as soon as I sell all this brass.
What is happening?
And, you didn't listen to the last episode, I guess.
We just
do not
dropped
listen to your show.
Basically.
That's right. You hate us.
I invested my life savings in brass. Because I thought it was like gold,
Just like it.
Brass
And then-
is a rich man's
Yeah,
gold.
and then I saw an infomercial late at night, and it was
Billy
like, "Do you have any
Mays here."
brass? Like, well, brass for gold. I mean, brass for cash." Sorry.
It was brass for gold. Yes, no, you should have done
No, that's what I did, and they gave me way less gold. And then I went and I pawned that gold, and I had $200. and now,
Which I then invested in more brass.
and so the brass business is a bad idea. So, and then I invested that $200 in brass, and then my
What's
wife.
the problem?
I don't understand. Economics is so confusing, you guys. Like the market, the stock market, the brass market is just bad right now. It's a buyer's market. Okay, and I was
it's a buyer's market, and so I've been buying a lot.
No, I tried to sell all my brass, and I did, but it's a buyer's market, so they got a great deal.
Listen,
And I lost everything I had, but my wife is standing by my side. She's my rock. She's my everything.
Literally a rock.
She is my rock. It's a figure of speech.
Oh.
It means she's a rock.
What does she think about the other?
Would have been better if
elements
she was your brass.
Where's my brass? No.
All right.
She's got a great
As we
brass.
know, brass is pretty worthless.
Yeah. But as we all now have figured out, brass is relatively worthless
Guys.
and relatively cheap, and I've been swindled. Never buy $4,000 of brass on eBay, you guys. even if it says previously marked down from $8,000. That was way too much brass.
That's like
Yeah.
Costco brass.
Oh,
Budget brass.
oh, when you get brass by the bundle.
Brass by the bundle.
Oh.
So stupid.
Anyhow, guys.
Anyway, thanks for listening to this episode. This is a long episode, dude.
Was it?
It went for a lot longer than I thought it would. Yeah.
What is it?
This little timeline is like an hour and 20 minutes, I think.
Oh my gosh.
Well, we did it.
Thanks, you guys.
We did it.
Well, we have a very hard time signing off on a podcast.
So
You don't just hit the red button.
No, we want like
You
a
have to
signature
sign
sign-off
off.
phrase. No.
Rob, don't touch it.
All right, you guys. This has been the Noisy Business Podcast. Sean, Rob, and Brayton. Thanks for listening. Hopefully, We're going to be putting out more consistent content. So
we know at least we're going to be putting out 2.
So yeah, there you go.
We may post this in a part 1, part 2.
See, and then he says something like that, and it's really
And it
hard to
just
sign
keeps
up.
going?
Exactly. You gotta know when to stop, bro.
We did it.
Wait, that's what you tried to say last time, and he edited it out. Noisy Business Podcast, keep it noisy.
We did it.
Son of a bitch.